WWE 2K24 is right around the corner, and man, I just wanted to talk about the roster and the possibilities and why I truly believe that WWE 2K24's roster could be one of the best of all time. When we talk about best of all time rosters, I think that we frequently go back to WWE 2K14. WWE 2K14 had one of the best rosters, and maybe it's just nostalgia getting me, had a complete roster. They had a lot of legends, lots of DLC, a very good main base roster. They had a lot of NXT guys as well, like Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville. They did their thing back then. And WWE 2K24 has a chance to do the same thing. And when I talk about roster, I'm talking about legends. I'm talking about more NXT superstars. Now, back in 2023, they did a roster cut. It happens almost every year where, unfortunately, wrestlers lose their jobs. There were less than 30 roster cuts, which in comparison to past years, it's really not a crazy amount. To be exact, I believe it was 25. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. That was big. We lost Dolph Ziggler. We lost Madcap Moss. We lost Emma. We lost Shelton Benjamin. We lost a good amount of wrestlers that were in this year's roster. I believe Emma wasn't, but the other three were. So, of course, we're going to lose wrestlers. We're going to lose Edge, who was a big staple within the WWE games. I really can't remember the last time he wasn't in a game. So we're going to be losing people like that this year, but we also have new additions to talk about. If you guys been keeping up with WWE Legends contracts, the Supercard game, you guys know that it's been reported that the Dudleys back in September, they signed a WWE Legends contract. We also had Ken Shamrock, who recently signed something. Iron Sheik, he is in the Supercard game as well, and Sandman recently just made his debut in the Supercard game as well. When talking about some of these wrestlers, these are not all of them. There's a lot more, but I'm just giving you guys examples because we could go on forever and ever in this video just talking about it. This is big. These are guys that we haven't seen in a really long time. And for example, Ken Shamrock, I can't remember the last time I saw him. Might have been WWE 13. The Dudleys, we saw them, I believe, WWE 2K19. The Iron Sheik, I honestly can't remember the last time I saw him. Sandman, I believe he was only in one installment, and that was years ago. I don't even think I was born yet. These are guys that we possibly can see this year as either DLC or part of the base roster of the game. Adding those guys will make the Legends roster much more impressive. I feel like the Legends lost a little bit of juice over the past years. We don't really have that many crazy legends in the game no more. I remember back then we used to get a really crazy amount of legends, so I don't know. That's just something that we can talk about out there, especially with them signing WWE Legend contracts, being in a Supercard game. We don't know how well that translates over to the 2K games, but I'd imagine there has to be some connection there. Lastly, some new superstars I want to talk about. We lost superstars. We may be getting new legends. We may be losing legends. We don't know yet as of right now. But some of the new superstars that I do want to talk about is guys like Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is a guy who came around March last year, and he's been on WWE programming pretty much all the time. And he's a guy that I really think they're going to put in the game this year. I don't see why not. They had close to a year with him around to put him in the game, so I definitely think that he was part of that development cycle and being in the game. Another wrestler who people really think is one of Triple H's best rehires is Chelsea Green. I think that she'll make the game as well. She's been great on TV, and she's been great for that women's tag team division as well, so I don't see why not get her in the game. And then we have guys like CM Punk and William Regal from the AEW side. They may be getting in the game this year. I think CM Punk will be DLC. And then you have Jade Cargill, Kairi Sane, and like I said, there's probably a lot more, but I want to go on ahead and just give you guys main thoughts because we could be here forever. Additions like this to the roster can only do the roster well. Obviously we're going to unfortunately lose guys like Dolph Ziggler, but in the end, we're going to get guys back like CM Punk. So I'd say that's a good trade-off. We had Ziggler for so many years that, it's whatever. So we may get Punk, we may get Jade Cargill, we may get Kairi Sane, who I think we should be getting this year for sure, but she did come in a little late, so maybe they add her as a DLC. I think this year's roster potentially could be one of the best we've seen in a lot of years. I think in terms of legends, how well the business is doing with wrestlers and things like that, we may see a lot. In my opinion, this roster is going to be huge, and I can't wait to see what they have in store, and hopefully they keep bringing more legends back every year and stop taking them out to then put them back in. I know it's more contract issues than anything, but I would love to see that stick in the future. If you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys have any thoughts on the roster, what you guys would like to see in WWE 2K24, make sure to comment down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video, and make sure to stay tuned for WWE 2K24 news. Peace.